So, as you can clearly see, I was not expecting my beloved Florida Gators to end up on the wrong side of the bubble this year. So, as embarrassing as this getup is, it's either the bracket show or covering the considerably less appealing National Invitational Tournament, where, I might add, my beloved Florida Gators are a #1 seed. And they'll be battling it out for this prestigious crown with Georgetown, Kentucky, Virginia Tech, and Notre Dame. What, you say? That's the NIT this year, also known as the Not in the Tournament tournament. Yeah, that NIT. Now, lots of commentators are complaining about power conferences dominating the NCAA brackets and smaller conference teams not getting their fair shot at a title. But I think it's working out just fine when North Dakota State, Radford, Stephen F. Austin, and Northridge all get bids before the former back-to-back champions, the Florida Gators. I will say this though, if you're one of those bracketologists that picks by mascot, oh, by the way, people like me are called bracketologists, which means we're kind of like college basketball scientists for 3 weeks of the year. That's right, bitches. I'm a scientist. Well, anyway, those less experienced bracketologists who pick solely on the quality of mascot may find some upsets with those 4 in the first round. The Bison of NDSU, the Lumberjacks of SF Austin, the Radford Highlanders, the mighty Matadors of Northridge. Yeah, if it were down to the mascots, I'd take those teams over their far more accomplished first-round competition. The Jayhawks, the Tar Heels, and the Orangemen? What the hell is an orange man anyway? Okay, I'll give you the Memphis Tigers, but come on. Matadors and Lumberjacks are serious business. And the Highlander was a total badass in that movie. Okay, so now on to my picks for the 2009 Florida Gatorless NCAA tournament. First round sleepers. There's one in every region. In the Midwest, they say Siena is this year's Davidson, but without Stephen Curry. And that makes you what? Oh, that's right. Not that good. I think Siena's a solid first round sleeper, but they're running into the overall tournament's #1 in Louisville, round 2. So Cinderella, put your dress away. And as much as I would pay to see the TV movie of this year's Rudy, North Dakota State will fall to Kansas on their way to the top 8, only to receive a pecking from the angry Cardinals of Louisville. In the West, Utah State at 30-4 will surprise Marquette without its star guard Dominic James. You won't see me picking against the Big East too much this year, so enjoy that bone. Then watch the Aggies go down to Missouri as the Tigers move on to topple their fellow mascot from Memphis, before falling to the Huskies as that steamroller known as the Big East continues on its historical romp. On to the East, where Florida State, a sorry excuse for a Gators consolation prize, by the way, will challenge Pitt on its way to the top 8. But the Panthers will prevail and face the Villanova Wildcats, fresh off their upset of the perennial favorite, Duke. I predict that Nova's 85 Cinderella days will return as the Wildcats upset Pitt again this season and add the 3rd Big East peg to the Detroit Final Four. And finally, the South, where the mighty Tar Heels must barrel their way through all comers, facing the most challenging field in all the regions. Expect Syracuse at #3 to make a run for it, but falling short because overtime magic has to end sometime. And Oklahoma is badass. I predict that North Carolina will also fall to the mighty power that is Blake Griffin. And because Tyler Hansbrough just isn't that scary. So Oklahoma will save us from an all Big East showdown in Detroit. As far as the Final Four goes, Louisville tops Oklahoma and takes home the big prize for Rick Pitino and all those disgruntled Kentucky fans who have nothing better to do than to watch the NIT and count down the days until the Derby. And that concludes Brittany's Bracketology. Thanks for watching. Now I'm off to brush up on the Jacksonville Dolphins, the Gators' first round opponent in the NIT this Wednesday. They're the Dolphins from Jacksonville, Florida. Is nothing sacred in mascot land?